Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for checking out the recaps and everything. Remember, on this channel is also interviews, stuff like that on here. So we're gonna recap right now the Math vs. Hollow battle, the main event of the Pearly Gates 3 RBE event. If you haven't already, please support this channel and the Union channel by purchasing your Union hoodies and t-shirts. We also have Surviving DME t-shirts. Your support is greatly appreciated. The link is in the bio for you to purchase one of these. Like I said, a hoodie, like I said before, the hoodie comes in different colors. The t-shirts come in different colors. It's 3 different options you guys have to go purchase. Other thing is, if you just want to donate to the channel, you know, whatever amount you want to, there's a link in the description for that as well. Thank you for rocking with me. All the people who have supported, and I get the tweets or the text messages from people who purchased the hoodies and t-shirts. Thank you so much for your help. We greatly appreciate it. The support is something we would never overlook. Thank you. Let's get into this. Now, I said before, if you watched any of my blogs or our Union blogs, if you don't know what the Union blogs are, it's 3 different bloggers who get together and we do a show where we come up with these topics, so on and so forth. And you know, it's 3 different opinions, you know, so go check us out. The link will be in the description for that, or one of the things up top that you can just press on and go check out our Union channel and subscribe to that. That's a separate channel. I've said it on these. I didn't want to see, I am a Math fan, I am a Hollow fan. I did not want to see this battle happen, especially from their friendship standpoint. I just felt like, you know, I didn't want to see this, just like I didn't want to see Rex and Sean. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna happen regardless. I am happy that it did happen on RBE, because RBE deserves the look. RBE has been the league in the last few years. Now, they've always given us dope events, but dope matchups that we want to see, and even more. I always greatly appreciate the way they treat us supporters, the way they treat us in private, the way they treat us at the events, so on and so forth. You know, that's something I appreciate. So that's why I want to continue to see RBE get blessed like that. I didn't watch the face-off of Math and Hollow because I felt like I seen interviews of them or heard interviews of them in the past, and I felt like they were just going to say more of the same things, and then they were going to pretty much say the same thing in the battles, which, you know, to a degree did happen. The other thing is, again, I just hate to see 2 friends come to this, you know what I'm saying? So let's just get into the battle. We'll start off in the first round. I have to point out, there is something that I'm disappointed in Math. And again, Math is one of my all-time favorites, you know what I'm saying? But even before this battle happened, there was a whole going back and forth about how many people were on stage, going back and forth on who should be on the stage, who shouldn't. All that was going on. I don't know when they release it. When they release it, they're going to edit that out. But if you bought the video of the band, which you should, RareBreedENT.com, when you go and check that out, you'll see that, you know, before the battle started, there was already an issue, you know. At the face-off, even though I didn't watch all the face-off, I saw a clip, and Math was having a dispute with Hollow's cousin. That thing carried on before the battle started, and then there was an issue later on in the battle, and we'll get to that. So I was disappointed in that, and I'm going to get to that point in just a second. First round, you know, I already knew this was going to be an angle for Hollow, but I was expecting him to wait to the 3rd to do something like this. But he starts off with an apology to Math and starts breaking down to him like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm not this gangster or the street guy that I once was. I'm sorry I disappointed you. I'm sorry I'm telling you I apologize because I changed my life for the better. And that was pretty much the angle. And again, I just wish he would have left that for his 3rd, because I felt like it would have been a good exit angle. You know what I'm saying? And he could have built it more on that. So he started off with that. I thought it was cool though. Don't get me wrong. He had a line where he told Math, I keep poking him. He said, I keep poking at him. My knife's obnoxious. If you hear the line, the way he structured it, the way he delivered that, it was fire. And when you think about it, keep poking at him. My knife's obnoxious. Do the math on it. That was fire. He said, you know, the new NYB look like reggaeton, like a reggaeton group. That shit is hilarious because when you look at the guys that you've seen on stage with Math the last few battles, it's true. They do look like a reggaeton group. Like, so it was hilarious. Again, that's another thing I thought would have been dope. That first round, I kind of think Hollow had a good third. Don't get it wrong. I just think he should have implemented some of that stuff in the third. Like, I thought those were dope exit angles. You know what I'm saying? To like cap the night off. Either way, it was good. I'm just saying. I just thought it'd been better to end with, and not to having your opening round. But Hollow had a very good first round. Math goes in his first round. That Creed scheme was fire. That shit he told Hollow, I should punch off your Luigi mustache. That shit was hilarious. He went to the whole conversation of incident that happened, a street incident that happened with Hollow, and Hollow jumped into the water. So he said, yo, he was saying about him diving, like the shit. That shit was funny. Math's whole first round, like, I just thought it was. I thought that both of them had a very good first round, but I just thought that Math edged that first round. I do see some people who text me or hit me on Twitter telling me that they felt Hollow took that first round. Some people are saying they're on the fence on who they thought had that first round. I had Math taking that first round. Also, like some of the stuff that Math said in that first round carried on throughout the rest of the night. Where he was calling him Split Splash, talking about him jumping in the water from that incident. It was funny. It was entertaining. Like I said, I gave Math that first round. Second round, Hollow rebuttals, but it was just an okay rebuttal. It was just okay, you know, especially from Hollow's standpoint. Like, Hollow has been one of the best rebuttalers in the game, freestylers, and you also come to expect that from Hollow. Hollow, you can make the argument Hollow is one of the first people to make the rebuttaling people's rounds popular, you know. I give him the credit for that. Everybody might not, but I felt like he was the first one I can remember doing it. Not that other guys don't do it. Big Cannon, DNA, Chef Trez, there's different guys who do it. The moral of the story is I felt like the first one that I remember doing it like that was Hollow. That's my opinion. That Conway line was fucking crazy from Hollow. That rapper Conway, you know how his face is like jammed up. That line that Hollow had about that was fire. I felt like the second half of Hollow's second round just like kind of went downhill. The first half of his second round I thought was good, and then it was like as the round went on, it was like going downhill. At moments, to be honest, Hollow seemed disinterested. Can you see that happening here? Yes, because of all the stuff that's been going on. But like I said, he seemed disinterested in that second round, and his second round went downhill. Second round for Math. Math rebuttals out the gate. Then he jumps into this Tupac flow of like I ain't mad at you flow. And he used that whole pattern and everything, and I thought it was pretty dope the way he put it together. He starts going in about Hollow's sister. It's a dope angle to use and to kind of frustrate Hollow, but Hollow didn't seem frustrated at all. And the other thing for Math is that can also make you look bad. Like, other people could look at you like, damn, the whole time you're supposed to be his homeboy and you like plotting on his sister. At the end of the day, man, I think we all been in them sort of situations where a friend of ours, sister or cousin just looked really good. And, you know, I know I've been in them situations, and you might not actually cross the line, but you're a human being and the shit crosses. You know, you'll think about it. You might fantasize about however you want to put that. So that angle, I think, hit hard, not only in the room, but with me, because I've been through that situation before. And I think as human beings, just like your sister might be plotting on your homeboy and shit like that. Like, that's really what I went through. Was like, whatever, I'm not going to go through all of that. But it hit. It just seemed kind of weird. I'm like, damn, you know, unfortunately, people might take that part in a negative way instead of just seeing, like, we human beings, that's how it happened. He never tried to do nothing. You know, it's something that went through his mind. Then there was that little situation with Hollow's cousin I was talking about. So Hollow's cousin puts his arm on Hollow, starts saying something in Hollow's ear. while Math was rapping. Math goes and pushes them apart. Now, this is where I'm disappointed in Math. And the reason why I'm disappointed in Math, this happening towards the end of Math's second round. At this point, it's clear he got the second round. So to me, he already got the first round and he got the second round. Why would you get into that sort of situation, Math? And what I really want to push even forward to is just the point, like, you know you got the battle in the bag. You know that you got to wait for your second half of your money at the end of the night. Why would you touch somebody? Why would you touch Hollow and his cousin and then push them to the side? Especially when you already got animosity. You and the cousin have been having this whole back and forth over this whole situation through the promo and on stage before the battle even started. So I'm disappointed in Math because I'm like, yo, fam, two things here. You wouldn't like nobody touching you. So that was wrong of you to do. Secondly is, why fuck up a great situation? You're up and you're about to get the rest of your money. Why do that? Why ruin what was otherwise a dope battle? And secondly, why put... There's other people in that building. I've been in the buildings, been in the building when a fight broke out before and all of that. And trust me, man, like you putting other people in danger. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to Math, I'm just looking at it like this is something else that someone else might use a reason not to book you. So overall, I hope that Math rethinks that situation and something like that don't happen again. Because at the end of the day, with the kind of history Math have, and with that situation, that could have went a whole other way, man. And for that, I was disappointed in Math. Because again, I just think that he had everything going in his favor. There was no need for that. I thought Hollow handled it awesome. Because right after that, and again, this is what I was disappointed in, man. Hollow ends up asking his cousin to get off the stage. Just so things cooled down. So his cousin got off the stage. Then when Math finishes round, he's asking Hollow, yo, we got a problem? Math is like, Hollow's like, what you talking about? Me and you or my cousin? He's like, your cousin, we got a problem I should handle? And Hollow's like, yo, what you talking about? Like, what you want, man? And I'm disappointed in Math for that. Because, like, yo, Math, again, you about to... all the situation is going in your favor, man. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And if you came here to rap like you were saying, Math said it. He was like, yo, I just came here to rap. But acting like that, that doesn't prove to nobody that you just came here to rap. And when you do stuff like that, man, the rest of the people behind you, and I'm not saying that's what happened, but the rest of the people behind you are going to want to react the way you react. That's just how it goes. Especially we all street dudes. I know how it goes. I know if I react a certain way, depending who's with me, they're going to react off of me. Just like if I see them, I react off of them. It's somewhat a street instinct. So I just felt like that situation could have went all wrong. And Math would have been to blame. And that's unfortunate because, again, I rock with Math heavy. I'm a big Math supporter. And I just don't want to, not only do I not want to see that nonsense from him or for him to get a bad rap off of that. If I was in the building like I normally would have been and I tried to be, but I couldn't, I had a bunch of family obligations, I would have been in a space I'm paying for a battle and now some dumb shit happens. Now I got to worry about how I'm going to get out that venue home safe to my family. You know, so again, they was having a good battle and it was going Math's way. I just don't see what was the point of doing that. Like letting things get to that point. Third round, Hollow goes into this whole angle that pretty much Math got rap beef. He points out how Math had an issue with Tone Trump, who was a rapper. How Math had an issue with Disaster, who was a rapper. How Math had an issue with Sirius Jones, who was a rapper. So I thought it was a dope angle. Again, I personally thought Hollow should have took that third round and made it his first. My opinion. And it's only from opening and closing. That's all it is. It was a good round. I'm not saying either one is good rounds. I'm saying one would have made sense to open the battle with. One would have made more sense to close the battle with. So he goes into that whole angle. I thought it was dope. He went into this whole thing on Math like, yo, now you got an issue with, you say you got issues with me, but now you're mentioning it. Why you didn't check me about it when it happened? Why you didn't approach me when it happened? So if you hear the angle in the way that Hollow did it, you'll see why I thought that was dope. excuse me. He does this thing where he fakes like he had Diz in the crowd and calls him. It didn't get a reaction from Math. You know what I'm saying? I know he was trying to get a reaction from Math. It was a dope try, but he didn't get a reaction from Math. And then he went into this thing about how battle rap has become couples therapy. And that line right there was hilarious. Definitely had the room laughing. Even Math had to laugh and clap for that. It's the truth. Battle rap has started becoming that, man. Dope round from Hollow. He rhymes about 5 minutes, ends his round. Remember that third round? So they had 2 5-minute rounds, and the third round was supposed to be unlimited. So Math was like, yo, that's it? And I was like, yeah, man, I'll rap 5 minutes. So I don't blame Hollow. Like, yo, if I ain't got more than that to say, I'm not. I'm not sitting up here. Hollow was saying that. I'm not rapping for 30 minutes. Like, he's right. And I ain't want to hear him rap on and repeat the same shit. Math goes. He starts breaking down loyalty and what it should mean. And I thought that was dope of him to do, especially to wait for... Math has a lot of dope-ass third rounds, and I thought that was a dope thing. This whole third round was incredible to me. I really enjoyed this third round. So he went to the whole shit about explaining what loyalty is supposed to be. He also goes into this whole thing how he gave Hollow life advice. And Hollow took it, and look how it worked out. You know, I'm not telling you that's fact. I'm telling you that's what he said on the stage. Yeah, then he goes into this whole shit about disaster, how the whole problem with disaster started over Hollow. And I remember that years ago. I remember how all that went. And supposedly it was some shit that Disaster said. Math was talking to Disaster. Hollow walks up. Hollow and Math was peoples. And Hollow asked him, asked Disaster, we got a problem and some shit like that. And then, whatever. I remember later on Disaster trying to say they tried to jump him and the story came out. Then nobody tried to jump him. Hollow just approached him while Math was talking to him. So he goes into that whole shit about how it all started because of him. Then he goes into this whole thing about... He goes into this whole shit about, like the whole movie thing. You know, he gets into that whole... Like, all this started over you. Then when I got jumped in L.A., y'all was mad at Charlie Clips because Charlie Clips had on slippers and couldn't really help out in the fight. And I remember that. If y'all remember when that all happened on Twitter, it was D Chambers, it was Hollow, and somebody else was going off on people. And I understand their frustration because they was on East Coast. All that was happening on the West Coast. They wasn't there to help out. But the moral of the story was Math was just breaking all that down. Like, how you go from being mad at Charlie Clips and them because you didn't feel that they helped me to now you felt like it was cool to be cool with Disaster and all that other shit. So I felt like that angle hit home. Again, I felt Math at that point had won arguably 3-0 and he didn't need to continue. But then he does. And he brings up what he claims to be the real owners of LOM clothing. Hollow did turn around and say something to ARP and them, and then Hollow made an issue, which I understand. There was too many people on the stage. They had agreed to a certain amount of people on stage, which I agreed. I didn't feel like they should have. This was one of them battles that I definitely felt like they shouldn't have a whole entourage on stage. The other thing too is if I've paid for stage passes before, and a bunch of people get brought up on stage, and it's like now they get to be in front of you and all that after you paid the money. So I understand why RBE did it, Hollow, everybody did it. Like, you don't need all them people on the fucking stage. But it brings up the two owners, and they start going in on this whole shit, how Hollow stole money from them. They gave him a chance to pay it back. He said he was going to pay it back. I don't want to give you guys the whole thing because I want you to go watch it. But basically, that was the angle. The owners was there. And I don't want to say too much. I want you to go and watch the battle. I want you to watch it. But there's some people questioning if any of this is true. But them two dudes on the stage was real convincing. And then they showed up with some paperwork. And the paperwork, some of the paperwork supposedly was that Math is now a co-owner of LOM. And Math also goes into this whole shit about how now you talking about hiddenlabel.com. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're not even loyalty over money, and telling the owner of the co-owner of Hidden Label to watch their accounts that he might do that, because their accusation of Hollow stealing money from them, so on and so forth. So they came there with some papers that was a contract for Math to become the co-owner, and then the other part of the paperwork was they were there to serve Hollow, I guess, some court papers about the company. What's true and what's not true, I don't know. But that's what was going on. And them dudes did not look like they was joking around. They came with the papers and all that. This third round was incredible for Math. Well thought out, well executed. My only issue about this is like, Math, even Hollow brought it up and everybody bring up that whole possibility or that whole shit of you considering suing King of the Dot after that disaster situation. Now, when you get on the stage, you got papers to serve Hollow. Like, you just gave a whole bunch of your future opponents a whole bunch of angles. You know what I'm saying? So just be prepared for that, because people are gonna bring all that up. I don't like the way that it ended with them walking off stage, and as in terms of being on stage, they didn't shake hands. Mav turned around, told him and his crew, "Yo, we out of here." They didn't shake hands or anything like that. I was hoping at the end of this battle that they were able to at least do that, at least shake hands. I don't know where it goes from here. I wish them both the best. I don't know. I know my partner DME got a lot to say about the topic. He got a blog. I haven't watched it. I'm going to watch it. So stay tuned for the Union episodes coming up, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get into a deep argument over this whole shit. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Remember, purchase your merchandise now. The links are in the description. Also, go subscribe to the Union channel and and support us and check out, because I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot for us to be arguing about, and you're going to want to watch this, right? It's going to be pretty entertaining. Thank you all for rocking with me. If you haven't subscribed, it's a great time to do so. Hit the alert bell, hit the like button. Make sure you set the alerts to get all the alerts from whenever I drop content. I got a special project I'm working on. I will give more details, looks like in March. Maybe the end of March, I'll give more details of what I got going on. It's something that's coming from my heart, something dope. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to everybody, man. Thank you for rocking with me. We'll catch you on the next one.